Hi, my name is Lauren Palmer. This is my speech. Imagine you're trying to study for your exam, but your stomach's empty. Now, your next meal is uncertain. Now you're choosing between either buying your textbooks or buying your groceries. For thousands of college students, including students at PV, this is daily life. Food insecurity affects academic performance, mental health, and graduation rates. And whether you realize it or not, whether it's your friend, classmate, or roommate, one of them is struggling with hunger. Now, I researched university level hunger using national studies, Texas data, and reports from PV University. Food insecurity is a serious and growing problem among PV students. It's caused by rising cost of living and limited campus resources. And we must expand on campus living resources so every student has access to food, because we don't go to college to starve, we go to college to get our degrees and literally get a job to not starve. Now, first, I will explain the problem with food security. Second, I will explain the cause. And then finally, I will give some solutions, realistic solutions that can be implemented in our school. Now, let's begin with how hunger affects students. Hunger among college students is widespread. And according to Hope Center's 2022 reports, it reports that 38% of college students experience food insecurity. Now, Black students and first generation students are heavily represented at PV, as it is a Black college, and they are first at risk for food insecurity, especially twice the rate compared to white students. Now, food security harms academic performance and mental health. The USDA reports that hunger leads to lower concentration, higher anxiety, which directly impacts grades. Now that we understand the problem, let's look at what causes it among PV students. Rising tuition and living expenses make it harder for students to afford groceries. Now, Texas Turbine data shows the cost of living in college towns have risen about 20 to 30% since 2019. And many college students depend on financial aid. I remember when I was in class and my teacher asked how many students received a Pell Grant, and more than half of the students raised their hand. Now, a lot of students require financial aid, and that does not directly or cover all food costs. So, the National College Amendment Network reports that the average Pell Grant covers less than 30% of college costs and has limited access to affordable food options. The campus has few low-cost grocery stores nearby, and the grocery stores nearby, they be taxing because they're taking advantage of college kids that they know that they need food. So they tax because they know they're gonna buy it because there's no other options. Now, meal plans are expensive and not accessible for all students. A lot of kids at the MSC, which is the PV cafeteria, get kicked out of the cafeteria because they sneak in, because they do not have meal plans to get access into the cafeteria, so they get kicked out and they have to find food elsewhere. Now, the existing food pantry is limited in size, hours, and supply. Despite these causes, there are effective solutions PV can adopt. They can expand and promote a permanent and fully stocked PV food pantry. Now, some colleges do this. Texas A&M, UT Austin, and TSU have very successful campus pantries with large volunteer groups. Now, PV can model similar programs to guarantee a constant food availability. They can also implement a meal share or swipe share, which at our school PV, we have swipes, which get us into the cafeteria, which we use for our student cards. Now, me personally, I only use about maybe one or two if I'm really hungry, not even 3 a day. So we get 3 a day, and a lot of those are going to waste. Now, we can use like Texas State and LSU, which allows students to donate their swipes that they don't use use to classmates in need. We can use these and donate them. Now, also, we can increase our partnerships with local food banks. Now, the Houston Food Banks runs an outreach program which specifically is for college campuses and can provide weekly support. Now, students can help by volunteering at the pantry and donating like canned foods and meal swipes. They can advocate through their student government for funding. Now that we looked at the seriousness of food insecurities at PB, the causes behind it, and solutions, our campus can adopt, and solutions that our campus can adopt. Hunger is a real problem on campus, but it can be eliminated by our students by advocating for hunger students. And students that are hungry do not thrive at PB, but students that are nutritious and eat can pass their test and thrive. Now they just need help in our community. Thank you.